What's good, people? It is Tony the Savant. And before we get started, please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. As well, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel as I drop content daily, go live daily, stay very busy on the platform. Ooh, excuse me. Stay very busy on the platform. And last but not least, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, as I'm always intrigued to know what you all have to say about these topics. Excuse me. Oh, I don't know where that came from. But ladies and gentlemen, we are doing our AFC Championship rematch. Week 1 matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I have been overly exhausted with doing prediction videos, projection videos, and that's kind of why I haven't really gotten into my fantasy football bag just yet, y'all. I'm more one of those kind of guys that like to wait until the marbles hit the ground, if you know what I mean. I like it when we in action because the NFL especially, it's just one of those things where it doesn't matter what happened last year. This year could be a totally new year, as far as we know, the Miami Dolphins have an opportunity to win a Super Bowl this year. So we can speculate all we want, but this was the last hoorah of prediction videos, as it will be very soon now that we'll be getting this AFC rematch between the Baltimore Ravens and Kansas City Chiefs. But just for a quick prediction video, um, I do have the Kansas City Chiefs winning this game. My final score is going to be somewhere close to about 31-24. Um, I do see Patrick Mahomes and company motivated this year, to pursue that three-peat. They have a lot on the line. I do know that Hollywood Brown, I believe he suffered an injury, the newly acquired receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs. So we may not be able to see him this evening, but I am excited to see Xavier Worthy, see what he can do out there. If Rashee Rice, I'm not sure how his legal situation was going, but at the end of the day, I am excited to see him. If he'll be playing tonight, as well, as he had a breakout year as a rookie last season. Also, I had him on my fantasy football team. Just had a feeling, you know what I mean? I had a feeling about Rashee. So, depending whatever his legal situation is, it was with that, all that hoopla that started with him soon thereafter last season. Um, I'm excited to see what that young man can bring to the table. I'm excited to see what Travis Kelce has in the tank. Being a 35-year-old man, most times, in NFL history, it is around this time that players begin to fall off between that age of 31 and 32 and 35. All of a sudden, you just get old in the NFL around that time. So, Travis Kelce has been able to, hit the fountain of youth a few more times these past recent years, especially the past 2 seasons, with the Kansas City Chiefs being able to capture championships. Um, as well, Andy Reid, man. Andy Reid has fastly become one of my favorite coaches. In fact, before he ever won a championship with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, I really had a high respect for Andy Reid. Been watching the NFL long enough to remember when he was with the Philadelphia Eagles, and really enjoy his era there. Always had the Eagles in the mix. But it's good to see, Andy Reid finally getting his flowers, finally getting his respect, putting those championships in the trophy case. I'm also excited to see what this Chiefs defense is going to, bring to the table. Losing L'Jarius Sneed, of course, was a big departure. But, I think this is still a top 5 defense in the league. For a lot of the last season, they were able to carry the Chiefs past some games when Patrick Mahomes was still kind of in his slump. So I do think the Chiefs defense will be there. On the other side of the football, we got the Baltimore Ravens, who suffered a loss in the AFC Championship to the Kansas City Chiefs, unfortunately, behind the reigning MVP, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, man, I don't know what's going on with him. He's a phenomenal regular season player. I think his record is like I think he only has one loss versus NFC teams. Just mind-boggling stat there. Also a two-time MVP. The probably the epitome of what a dual threat quarterback is, as Lamar Jackson has a cannon for an arm and also one of the best rushers in the league as well. I believe he led the Baltimore Ravens in rushing last season. But I don't know how long that formula could last. Is that really a sustainable formula? Which is why I love that the Baltimore Ravens went and acquired King Henry himself, Derrick Henry from the Tennessee Titans, the Tennessee Titan legend running back. I believe Derrick Henry is 29 or 30 years old. So at that age where NFL running backs tend to get a little older. They tend to get a little older, a little faster, and a lot sooner. So 30 is usually the year that you see some declination in running backs, but I'm not sure. I think King Henry is just a different breed. I've always been a fan of his as well. I am concerned about the wide receiver core for the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, Zay Flowers is there. Mark Andrews is back. I think there's one other guy. I can't think of his name right now, but that wide receiver core is still kind of skinny. I don't recall the Ravens making any big acquisitions in the offseason. I had to double check and see what they did in the draft. But at the end of the day, I'm still concerned about the receiving core for the Ravens, and that's saying I think was it OBJ there last season? I know he was with the Ravens at the time, but I believe he departed as well. So that receiver core is very concerning. But as far as on the defensive side of the ball, I got the Ravens defense for fantasy football. They were all-time great last season. Of course, they lost Pat. Um, what's my guy named Patrick Queen, and one other player. They lost a couple guys, some crucial guys. I'm sorry, I'm just waking up myself, and I'm trying to get these names, keep all these names in my head. But anyway, the defense did lose some key guys. But I still believe that this is a top 5 defense in the league as well, top 10 at worst. They still got enough pieces over on that side. I know they extended Justin Matabuke, I believe his last name is. So I think that they still have enough on that defense to get the job done. But it is always difficult to plug and play for a big time contributor, especially on the defensive side of the ball. But I really have no worries there. I'm just really concerned about if the Baltimore Ravens could bounce back from last season. Will they have a bit of a hangover from the AFC Championship game? That remains to be seen. But I got confidence that they can get this game as well. I'm saying 31-24, but not with all the confidence in the world in the Chiefs. The Chiefs started out kind of slow last season. I believe they took a loss to the Detroit Lions to open up the season last year. So we'll see what they can do this year, again, against the Baltimore Ravens. Patrick Mahomes seems to have Lamar Jackson's number, in the Baltimore Ravens. I believe that the Ravens only defeated the Chiefs once in the Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes eras. Don't get me twisted. It's either not at all or at least one time. It's heavy. It's heavy in favor of Patrick Mahomes, who's also my fantasy quarterback. I should throw that out there. So, um, it's very interesting to see how this is gonna play out. But like I said, I'm tired of doing prediction videos, projection videos. Y'all been rocking with me. I've got the expectation series. Still got a couple more to drop in that lane before we begin the NFL season. So I'm gonna get back to that. Y'all tell me what y'all think how this game is gonna go in the comment section. I know that it's gonna be kind of weird. I'm a big Office guy, the Office TV show. So I already have Peacock for that reason. Kind of lucked out. But I would have had to hit the bootleg links other than that because I know the NFL is being weird with the streaming services, putting games on streaming service and all that kind of stuff. It is what it is, I guess. We'll see. Guess they're trying to make them a couple extra dollars. But that's all I got for y'all on this one. Please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. Shout out to John Harbaugh as well. I think John Harbaugh is a bit delusional. He went on a rant earlier in the off season during the training camps. But I do have a high respect for the Harbaughs, the coach Harbaughs, both of them. John Harbaugh a little bit more. just because he just seems to be more the kind of guy that I would play for if I was a coach. But I almost forgot to mention John Harbaugh on that in my video. Sorry, y'all, but please like the video, all that good stuff. Again, subscribe if you have not already, and also leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. I am Tony the Savant. Peace.